You don't know what this stuff is? What is going on, HVAC contractors? Jake Miles with Comfort Air Distributing, bringing you another episode of the Will Call. On this episode, we are talking about polypropylene piping, specifically Centrotherm. Polypropylene has been around for a long time. It's a lighter weight option rather than using PVC and even metal. I don't want to say metal, it's got nothing to do with metal. It's a lighter weight option rather than using PVC. There's no primer, no glue, and no mess. Gone are the days where you have to replace a little bit of carpet in your customers' homes because it goes together with clips or rings, such as this. There's a gasket, usually inside the female or bell end on the pipe, slides into a beveled end on your male fittings. You put a little Centro Serene, which is what Centrotherm calls their lubrication. You slide it in, you bring the ring up, all the way up to this lip. Come on, get it. Almost there. Yeah. Voila. It's obviously a lot easier than what I just made it look, especially when you're using the lubrication that Centrotherm provides. So a lot of facts about this product, a lot of the pros. It's high temperature resistant. It is proven to take sustained 230 degrees from all of your furnaces. And that's sustained. That means they didn't put 230 degrees on something for a couple of minutes or an hour. Sustained. I'm thinking probably 8 hours plus. It's super easy to use. Again, takes no glue or primer. It's connected with these rings really fast. 2 inches is usually sold by Comfort Air in boxes of 100. We also sell 3-inch. Those come in boxes of 75. So you buy a whole box, you throw it on the van, you got plenty of rings to do your jobs. And the best part, and something that I just found out, because I always like learning new stuff, you can paint this. So let's say you got a weird guy who wants all of his venting painted red. He wants it painted red. You can paint this stuff. All you got to do is follow the manufacturer's recommendations of the paint. Probably scuff this surface up a little bit to get any greases or oils off of it. And then you paint it. This comes with a 10-year warranty. Free from any manufacturer defects. Free from any holes. Free from any failures in the bevels or the gaskets. You find anything like that, you return it to your distributor. Your distributor gets a hold of Centrotherm. Wham bam, you get a new part. This stuff is extremely lightweight. It's much lighter than PVC. This comes in 12-inch, 24-inch, 36-inch, 48-inch, all the way up to 10 feet, and all the sizes in between. We have appliance adapters like this one. We have 2 to 3 reducers. We have elbows. We have any fitting you can think of, 45s, whatever it takes to get you from A to B when you're using this product. And did I mention it doesn't use any glue or primer? Just saying. You guys can actually cut this stuff in the field. So if you're questioning on how this goes together, because you've seen this beveled edge it's got right here. This beveled edge, you can recreate this. Cut this anywhere except up to here. Centrotherm wants you to stay away from this right here. You need to have a little bit of a tail so that you have something that you can put something to it. So stay away from this part, but you can cut this anywhere you want. And all you got to do is recreate this bevel. And because this stuff is so lightweight, you can literally recreate this bevel with a pocket knife, razor knife, or if you have a grinder on hand with maybe like a light sanding wheel or a cutting wheel, just real quick, just create a nice good bevel, deburr it, clean it up really nice so you don't mar this gasket that's in here. Comfort Air also sells these gaskets separate. So if you mess one up, if you lose it, if you break it, if you cut it, come see us. We'll get you a new gasket. And it just slides in and out of these fittings relatively easy. Another really good pro to using this product over PVC is that while the gray version of this you cannot store outside, they make a UV resistant black version of this piping that's meant for outside. So you got your concentric kits, you got your rooftop caps, your universal B-vent caps, and everything that goes on top of, let's say, an existing chimney top, or you've taken off the old roof cap from an existing vent pipe, and let's say it's 6 inches around. They make a 6-inch round universal cap that's got 3 different sized holes in it in different variations, where you can just run the end of this pipe up through it and then put the cap or a bird screen inside of this, and it's black, so it's UV resistant. It's not going to rot in the sun. This gray stuff, on the other hand, cannot be outside. It degrades the product to the point to where it becomes soft and malleable, and then you run risk of getting any kind of leaks, which obviously we don't want, because this is moving combustible gas, so you need to get this out of the house, obviously. All right, so there's a little bit of a learning curve with this. It kind of freaks a lot of guys out that this comes together, or gets put together rather, with a gasket and this ring. Kind of messes with people's heads. When it was first brought onto Comfort Air, I questioned it too. I'm a PVC guy. I'm used to being able to put some primer on here and some glue, put a fitting together, and I feel that it's tight instantly. But I'm telling you, this is tight. And it's this clip, and the combination of the gasket and this clip is making this tight. And when you have a big run of this stuff in 2-inch or 3-inch for regular residential applications that you'd run into in the field in somebody's home, when you get all this put together, this stuff is rock solid. It's not going to go anywhere. A really important point, Centrotherm requires that you use these clips. They're rings, I keep calling them clips. Centrotherm wants you to keep using these rings in anything residential, all the way up to 6-inch. At 6-inch, you don't have to use the rings. You can simply just put it together with just the beveled edge and the gasket in the bell fittings. But you can, and they recommend that you use the rings in every instance. Comfort Air sells Centrotherm piping in 2-inch and 3-inch. This meets all your needs for all of your residential stuff. My ball itches. Another point too, you can't use this stuff on 80% furnaces or anything that takes a metal vent. Reams 92%, 95%, 96%, all the way up to 98% efficient furnaces. You can absolutely run this stuff with it, and I would recommend that you do. Comfort Air as a whole has a bunch of this stuff. And again, we have all the elbows, the 45s, all the fittings that you're going to need to get from the furnace to get it out of the house. Oh, and one more thing for you guys that are a little bit environmental conscious. This is 100% recyclable. You cut off a chunk, throw it in your recycle bin. 100%. This will probably end up being more polypropylene pipe somewhere down the line. 100% recyclable. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of the Will Call. Be sure to like and subscribe this video and leave any kind of comments for anything that you'd like to see in the future. Also, be sure that you check out the e-store when you're looking out this product. All you got to do is simply type in Centrotherm in the search bar, and it brings up all the fittings that Comfort Air carries. If you're not familiar with the e-store that Comfort Air has, be sure to check out one of my other episodes where I talk about the e-store and how easy it is to use and how it benefits you as the contractor while you're out there hustling, trying to make a dime, and time is not on your side. Be sure to check that out. Thanks for stopping by.